Warning, this video will be not just useful if you are learning French, but you will learn really good principles if you want to learn any language. These are just important things. Hello guys, so let's start this challenge. I'm a big believer of good pronunciation and I would like to tell you in this video why. And maybe you cannot tell it because of my English, and maybe you say that, hey, but you have an accent in English. Yeah, that's it, because I learned English like ages ago and I wasn't that aware of the good pronunciation principle as now I am today. So, why pronunciation matters? There are two big factors, and maybe these are different things that you think. So, first of all, if you can pronounce the words and the sentences with proper pronunciation, it means that you will understand others much easier. So my first point is mainly to the listening skills. It really improves your listening skills if you are improving your pronunciation skills. And with communication, it's a very important factor. The other thing, the second one, is if your pronunciation is good and you are not ashamed to speak the language, then you will just improve faster. Because if you are a bit shy about your pronunciation and about your accent, it means that you don't want to speak that much. If you don't want to speak that much, it means less conversation, and less conversation is less improvement. On the other hand, if your pronunciation is good, it's on point, you get a lot of praise for your pronunciation, that hey, your English is great, then you will feel motivated to speak that language and it will fasten the whole process of the language learning. So, really focus on pronunciation. Yes, let's go into practical stuffs. The pronunciation has different parts. First, I would say that there are the elemental sounds of every single language. You should learn those elemental sounds and you should really focus on the sounds that are different from your language, because usually those are the sticking points. And besides sounds, there are the syllables, the words, of course, the sentences, where you really need to focus on the proper tempo, stress, or rhythm of the language. The first one, the sound part, is a really mechanical and everything happens with the motorical muscles in your mouth. So you need to focus on the tongue position, how you articulate with your mouth, and yeah, how open or how wide is your mouth. Those factors are all matters. If it comes to pronunciation, I think that Idosa Ness is one of the best teachers out there. His method is called the mimic method. Yeah, it's included in the name. You really need to mimic the native speakers. And now I found something where he presents the elemental sounds of that given language. I will put the link in the description, and now I would like to take a little time and show you that what I'm doing with French and how I try to analyze French, how I try to analyze the different vowels, especially the vowels, because these are quite tricky in my opinion. And yeah, you can learn from this. Okay, so Idosa has this website that we have here, and there are different languages where you can see the different guides, and you can go to the French guide that I also opened earlier, and here is a little explanation. You can watch it, of course, but what we need is open the audio playlist, which is a SoundCloud playlist, and also the PDF. What I am doing with French, I really try to analyze that how these sounds sound. I show it to you that if I go to this,
A,
la,
la,
sha,
sha, pass.
What I'm doing a bit later, and also during when I'm listening to this, I try to analyze what is the difference between our native language and how this sounds what are the little nuances that are different? For example, our Hungarian A is much more open than this A, A, A. Maybe also the tongue position is a bit different, but what I'm doing is actually this. I'm trying to analyze and I'm trying to pay attention these little things. The second one,
E,
E,
li,
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 ti,
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 ti. It's almost the same here because we have an E in Hungarian, which is much more wide. The mouth is much more wide than this E. E. So you can go over the different sounds, which is a really good method, and also you try to mimic all the time, like the next one,
I,
E,
si,
C,
si,
C. And the really important point can be to find the similar sounding sounds. For example, in French, they have this one,
E,
E,
je,
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 se,
se,
se.
se,
Se. They have this one,
E,
E,
œuf,
œuf,
œuf, leur,
leur,
leur, fleur,
fleur. And they also have a third one, which for us Hungarians sounds like all the same. The third one is
E,
peu,
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 veut,
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 veut. And what you can do here, if you don't really hear the difference, which will happen many times. Yeah, I've already done it here, but I delete it. You just put in the IPA of the sounds, so please don't be confused. These are always the IPAs. So you put these into the search tool, the awesome place YouTube, and you just try to find different videos where they are try to explain you the differences between these. So for example, what we did here, this first one was on which is a very relaxed mouth sound. This third one was like a much more open mouth, like and the third one is a very rounded which sounds like so and as you bring awareness to all these shits you will pick up much more details in a language learning experience. So for example, maybe you don't really hear first the difference, but as you see somebody talking and he's doing this or just this or this, it's different. And I don't say that it will be easy in the beginning. No, it's very difficult. But if you have these principles and you are aware of these problems and these difficult situations, then during your next weeks, months, or years when you are learning a new language, you will pick up these details much more easily. You will have better accent. You will understand much more when somebody's speaking to you. And in this way, you will have more confidence in that language, which will lead to faster development, better improvement, and you will be just a much better language learner. In the next videos, I will also talk about how to try to analyze the rhythm, the tempo, or the stress of a sentence or syllables or stuff like that. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you like this video, you had some great tips, then please smash a like button and see you in the next video. Peace!